The word is now getting out about the abuse against farming that's been going on at the Seattle office of the EPA. A congressman now is even writing a letter to the head of the EPA in Washington, D.C., calling for an investigation. All the talk is great, but it's time now for that leader to do something about the problem. I'm Dylan Honcoop with Save Family Farming. This story goes back over 20 years when anti-farm activists, anti-animal agriculture activists, even some of them, the vegan crowd that probably doesn't even want real cow's milk in the grocery store, they decided they didn't like the dairies that were growing around the lower Yakima Valley. So they got a reporter at the Yakima Herald to do a series back then in 2008, blaming the dairies for groundwater contamination. The EPA followed up in 2012, seeing all the hubbub about it, and they did a research study that used flawed techniques to frame the dairies for the groundwater contamination, calling it science, even though one of the scientific reviewers called it fraudulent. Now, when that started to come out, the EPA and their Seattle office went against federal law and recategorized the study so it wouldn't be subject to that level of review. They did a cover-up. And they've continued with lawsuits since then. They started suing 4 dairies. 3 of the 4 are now out of business. Only 1 remains. Yet their lawsuits continue. And recently, as we've told you, we've uncovered behind-the-scenes coordination happening between those very activist groups and the EPA. They've been having secret meetings to coordinate on their legal strategy. Is this about improving groundwater? Or is this about pushing farms out of business? That's the question that needs to be asked. And now that Congressman Dan Newhouse has written a letter to the head of the EPA, the new Trump appointee, Lee Zeldin, it's time for former Congressman, now head of the EPA, Lee Zeldin, to do something about it and hold accountable the long-time embedded, entrenched bureaucrats that have been up to no good at the Seattle office of the EPA. This is the Save Family Farming Hot Take of the Week.